Alright, what's going on everyone? It's me, HardcoreGame18, and today I'm going to be here showing you how to create a Minecraft texture pack. And so I just made one of these, and then my computer crashed, so that was great. So it was, well, ultimately useless, so I'm going to re-show you right now. So first thing you're going to want to do, oh yeah, and if you like this, of course, leave a like, subscribe, that stuff. But so you're going to want to go to your run, and so the way to get there is you use your Windows key and R, or you can just search it. So you want to go to app data percent app data percent. By doing that, you can just percent app data percent, and this is some of your files here. This is like your Minecraft Technic if you have that. Some of the things like that. It's all those files. So you go into your .minecraft, and then you're gonna see a lot of stuff. But so just find your way to your resource packs, and so this is all my packs. Okay, so I'm gonna start by showing you just the basic, like just the textures in my glacier pack in case you haven't seen all of it. So I like to always start with a base pack. In this case I have used it's already called the glacier pack, but that is my base pack. I've changed 99% of it. So you go to assets, you go to your Minecraft, and you see these, just go to your textures. And so this is all this in this pack. I will go ahead and show you my other pack, which is the Razor Rage Red pack. No, come on, there we go. Alright. And assets, Minecraft, textures. As you can see, there's more. But so I'm going to just start by showing you this one. Less stuff, a little faster. So this is your blocks. Each one of your different type of, whatever in Minecraft, blocks, items, it's in a different folder. So this is your blocks folder. And then this one doesn't have all the blocks. Like, for instance, this one has ice, but not packed ice, whereas Razor Rage pack has a lot more, as you can see. But go down to, missed it, crap. There you go, ice packed. So there's one difference. This one may not have everything, but this one does. I think. If you want a pack that will have everything, I say download a resource pack. That one will definitely have everything. Plus a little bit more. I'll tell you about that a little later. But so also you've probably clearly noticed there's a difference in the size of the images here as over here. It doesn't matter. Larger images are usually easier. They're easier to edit. Overall, it doesn't matter. Like 64 by 64. Come on. Oh, gotta come over here. See, what is this one? 16 by 16. But they're not really different. So your pixels, however, alright. That's where it actually matters. As for most of these, like your blocks, it doesn't matter that much. But your items, which I'll show you in just a minute, it matters. There's a boundary of numbers that you have to be within for the pixels. I don't actually know what the number is, but so too little, and whatever the texture is will go straight to the vanilla Minecraft texture. It won't actually change. Too many, and it will get the pinkish, purple, and black checkerboard texture, or the untextured texture for Minecraft, which is a default texture. I don't know. I don't actually think you can change it anywhere. I think that's built into Minecraft, and it will always be like that to show you it is untextured. But so yeah, this is where all this is. Like, as you can see, destroy stage 0 here. It's completely different than what's over here. Like destroy stage 0 through 9. This is a circle, whereas this is just, it's similar to your default, but not the same. So that's basically what's in here. Your word files, these are for your fire layers and your water and your lava layers. What that is for the movement of it. How your fire, like, it moves and your water flows, your lava flows. It's for that. I don't know how to code it, but that's what it's for. I would say don't actually change it. And then, actually, there's a lot more of these. That's for every movement that your fire makes. It has its own texture, and you can edit that just like you edit anything else, which I'll show you in a second. Color map. This is your foliage and your grass. So basically, in this one it's a blue. This one is a red. The Razor Rage Red. Hence the name. But so even though where is it? Glass. All right. Even though this is already red, it's even more red because these are set to red in this pack. I apologize, you cannot see my cursor, I don't think. So I am sorry about that. Just trying to understand the best you can. So you got your grass side overlay. What that is the grass side is basically a like it's basically just a dirt block, but not. And then your overlay is the overlay of it. And then your grass top, grass node. But even if the grass here was green, it would still come through red because I've set the foliage and grass to red. As you can see on the desktop behind it, under the Game Jolt client, there's the foliage and grass from another pack, which I took out to show you this. It's set to multicolor like that, so it would come through as more of a multicolor type of thing in that pack. And so then these leaves, while they look black and white, they were actually set to a red color. Even these, they're default red. So even if the foliage and grass is set to blue, or even green like it is over here, because these are default red, they'll still come through as a red. So for your item, or like certain things like this, like pumpkins, pumpkin face off, pumpkin face on, pumpkin side. This is for each side of it. The bed is kind of the best example of this, because there's so many sides. There's the bottom, the bottom of the side, top of the bottom. That makes sense. But so this is at the very end of it. This is at the side of the end, or at the side of the bottom part of the bed. This is the top of the bottom part of the bed. This is the very top of the bed, the head of it, and the side and the top. Yeah, you need to change this, and it'll change each part of the block. Now, for some like cobblestone, stone, things like that, it's the same textures and the same pattern for every side. For these, it's not. Whatever's on the left side is what's going to be on the right side, like with the bed head side. If it's on the left side, it's on the right side. So going back over here, this is your GUI. So your title you can't actually change for some reason, or maybe you can. No, you can't. Okay, my bad. You can. So there's another part that I'm thinking of is in another pack. So your title, this is gonna be when you pull up your Minecraft single player, multiplayer. If you have mods installed, whatever that is, it's gonna change what the title looks like right there. In your backgrounds, you can change those around, change what you want them to be. This is your GUI. This is your icons, which is like your hearts, what they look like, your hunger bar, what it looks like when you've lost health or your hunger bar is lower, your armor values, and like your XP, things like that, and your connection to the server. Your options background, if you go into like options or video settings, something like that, resource packs, it'll look like this. Resource packs and server selection, what that is if you're using this pack, you go into, just say, your servers, and you hover over a server, like over the icon, then this arrow will appear. Excuse me. It'll appear like that to select the server. Widgets, this is like your hotbar. So I have my hotbar set the same as the options background because I just thought that looked good. The little square you see under it, so that's the top 9. Under the top 9, that little square is what it looks like if you were to scroll or hotkey to a certain hotbar number. It's going to look like that to show you what you've selected. Your widgets, this is like your single player, multiplayer, things like that. And then under those, the 200 is your language. Now, your container, this is your survival inventory. And then obviously it's just like that so that like box under that is for your effect icons. It's the box that they appear in. If you use 5zig, you won't see this. You won't see it if you have it to where it shows you what your effects are outside of your inventory, like I do. It won't show that, or it won't show up there. And under that, of course, is the icons for the effects. Go over. I'll show you on the red pack. There's obviously more, a little bit bigger. The book, it's pretty self-explanatory. Demo background, I'm not sure what that is exactly. This one, you can change more stuff, so you can change like the anvil, the beacon, the furnace. This is your chest, I do believe. And I have edited these, obviously. Then there's also the creative inventory. And that's not all over here. I could have added these if I wanted to. I'll explain how in a minute, but I didn't because I just didn't want to. And then, that's the other thing. So, right here in the title, this part, even if you change it, nothing changes. It's going to be default vanilla. It's going to look just like that. So, don't even waste your time changing that. I've tried it before. It does not work. Alright, then your items. So, actually, I'm going to come back to items. They're a little bit difficult, a little bit deeper. So, models, nothing under MISC. So, under models, you've got armor. Why am I so tired? Oh no. Oh. And so what this is what it looks, your armor is going to look like on another player, or if you're F5ing, excuse me, or, changing your perspective or whatever. This is what it's going to look like on you in-game, not just as an item. And then I'll explain a little more about that, and I'll give you a demonstrate, or I'll show it to you in another pack of what you can do with it. And then in particles, self-explanatory, what your particles look like, your crit particles, firework particles, any of that stuff. Alright, items. So, obviously this is your items. And so, this is what it looks like. So this is what I was saying. This is what your armor is going to look as an item, but not as a model. So, even if you put it on yourself in survival, it's not going to look like that. Well, creative too, but it's not going to look like this in-game. It's going to look like default vanilla unless you change the model. Nothing else really here. Potion overlay, all that is like if you're holding a potion, that'll be over it to make it kind of look enchanted. Nothing that interesting. So that's really all I'm going to show you from this pack. I'm going to show you the rest from another pack, and the Razor Rage Red pack. Go into this one, assets, Minecraft textures. Alright, so obviously there's more here too. There's painting, that's not painting, it's painting. If you want to change the paintings, I haven't. So, oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, so, as you can see, this is totally different. It is completely different. Armor doesn't even look pretty much remotely the same. I will show you that also in another pack. This is the first pack I ever edited. It is, I don't actually ever use it. It was unfinished. Kind of started messing up on me for whatever reason. And so, also completely different, like chainmail. Doesn't look anything the same. And so, even with this one, it's not really overly edited as far as adding new things as much as this one is. So, like, looking at gold, this is the default armor image, if that makes sense. So, if you were to edit this, you need to edit inside, or you need to edit these in particular item or textures and blocks, whatever you want to call it, pixels. But over here, as you can see, it's different. Like looking at Diamond Layer 1, it is different. So if you know which part everything is, like right here at the top, there's the helmet, which is pretty obvious, and there's chest plate. But then over on Diamond Layer 2, there's the leggings. Now the boots, I do believe, are actually right under the helmet there. So you just need to remember that part. So yeah, that part's a little bit different. But so over here, I have added to it. So like if you're wearing diamond armor, the arms on the diamond armor, like the sleeves, actually come down farther on the character. Now this is an unfinished pack. It is kind of in beta right now, so you will not see me using it until it is actually finished. Because that's what that is. And then there's map, if you want to edit the map, which I have not. And then the font, so I can't remember what the font is for this pack. I know in the Razor Rage Red pack, the font is like a smooth one. If you've ever kind of paid attention to that. It's not really a detail that really matters that much. Like in the Glacier pack, it's not really smooth. It's more of a pixelated 8-bit. But in this one, it's more of a smooth one. Again, it doesn't really matter that much unless you just really want to. Now, the .ds store, I'm not actually sure what that means. I've never had a problem with it, so I don't think that you'd actually have a problem with it. Environment, this is your moon phases, your rain, your sun. I'm actually going to show you from over here. Razor Rage pack, because it is finished. Like in sky, moon phases, rays, rain, sun, all that kind of stuff. Font. So, I'll show you another thing over here. Not the models. Misc? No, okay, yeah, under Misc over here. This is what your enchanted item is going to look like. Enchanted item, glint. It's going to look like that, which is pretty cool looking. And force field underwater, it's that stuff. This is what makes it look different, or what makes it move. Now, what is that under? It's under entity, that's right. Alright. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm so tired. Anyway, so you can see over here, this is your entities. This is what it looks like. So this is what I use to edit it. I use Paint, but I'm showing you because I can't actually open it up with photo. It doesn't work. Go bigger. This is your Alex right now. That's just what your Alex looks like. You can change it so that if you've seen Alex in game, it'll look different. Now, if you go to something like Banner, this shows you what your banner looks like. If you were to patternize it, then you got like cat. It'll show you your cats. Changes the entity appearance, like Ender Dragon. That's what the Ender Dragon looks like. My personal least favorite, Spider. There's Cave Spider and Spider. I hate them both equally. And so that's what that looks like if you want to change that. A lot of packs, I won't say a lot of my packs don't actually have them changed. But then again, I have mostly PvP packs, so the point of changing that is pretty much nothing. So now as far as editing goes, I'm going to go over into this one still, because I just remembered there was one other thing. What is that under? Am I the right one? Yes. It's not Misc. Let me think. What is that under? Don't know what there is actually. Never seen it. Wait, is it entity? Entity, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. If I click it. Alright. Spider eyes creepy. Alright, arrow. This is what I want to show you. So when I edit, that is not arrow, that is Alex. When I edit something, I click it and then you click it, or you left click it, then you right click it, and open with it. I always open with Paint because that's what I use. Maybe something different now. In this pack, this is kind of a sneak peek of my pack. Bows look like this. Yeah. And arrows kind of look like this, but not entirely. I don't think they're as watercolor. But so, this is what your arrow looks like. So, this is what's kind of confusing. If you edit your arrow texture, if you were to shoot that arrow, it's not going to change. It's going to look like you may look like your default Minecraft texture, or if you don't change this, it'll look like whatever this is default set to. I found this the other day, and so I've changed this. So now if I fire an arrow, it will look like this, like in a player or in the ground or whatever. But this is a 3D model of it, of what it looks like in game. So I just wanted to let you see that. You should definitely check some of these out. I wouldn't say like, if you're running a PvP pack, I wouldn't say look at like the entities, but check out the arrow, the things like that, the banner base. But so now editing, this pack, like I said, it's kind of still a beta. It's not really a PvP pack. It's more of an adventure type of pack, or just a for fun, maybe story map. But like the Glacier pack, the items in it, definitely know what you're going out for. If you're trying to get a PvP pack, make sure that you're setting something that's going to be usable to you. In the first pack I edited, I was just trying to make things look cool. I wanted bright colors. I wanted to just look really neat. But it wasn't really good for PvP. Like for example, the rod was a cactus. It was a cactus rod. So I might show it one day if I ever actually go back and finish it. But so, and then the bow, it was cool. The arrows changed colors. The bow looked really cool. If anyone has ever seen a pulse bow in Terraria, it looked pretty much like that. But so, know what you're going for. Know whether or not you like long swords, short swords, thin swords, thick swords. I know with your bow, do you want the arrows to change colors, things like that. Yeah, basically, I mean that's what you're wanting. With your rod, I think I passed it. Not here. No, there it is. Rod, know if you want it thick, thin, long, short. You know, what do you want it to look like? And then the bobber can also be changed. The cast is not changed in this one. It's changed in one of the other. Is in one of the other folders. Your ender pearl, know what you want it to look like. All those kind of things. Make sure that it's something that is easy for you to use. I don't want to forget this. So the crosshair. All right, it is actually under icons. So I'm gonna open up Paint. This is what is difficult. This is what has been the most difficult for me in doing any of this. So now that I'm here, I can show you. You got your hearts. Heart. Alright, this like without some of your health. This is with your health. You know, withered, poisoned, absorption. You know, things like that. Then you got like your server connections. No connection, obviously. This is connecting to your servers. Hunger bars, all those kind of things. This is very important. Okay. Default, it is basically the same color as this background. So if you can make it to where your background's a different color, that is great. And so I will show you why it was a problem in a minute. But so you're gonna need a way to actually edit this because the crosshair itself is actually not the exact same color as this. But here's one of the problems when editing your items. It's not that big a deal with blocks. It's only that way with a few of them. But like if you edit this, if you edit your arrow, you add colors here and there, and you change the texture of it, you save it. It's going to save it with the white background if you use Paint. Alright, and that's a problem because if it gets into Minecraft, it could be too textured and come in untextured. Or like it was when I first packed for a while, it'll actually just have the white background there and look really, really weird. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to, once you save it, you're going to want to move it into another folder. In my case, I use just the debut folder for whatever reason. The last thing I edited was the diamond. So you want to go to, if you don't already have one, something like Photoshop or something. I use Lunapic. And so then you can go to Upload, and you can browse. So you select your item, and then you go to Edit, and then Transparent Background. This is important. So as you can see, the background is already transparent. But default, this will come in white. And so you're going to want to click the color that you want to be transparent. And so you click the white. And so it'll look like this. You'll see a white in two of the spots. And then like gray in two of the spots. And so what that is, it's actually a checkerboard pattern towards the, or behind it. If it's a bigger image, you can see it better. But that's right. That means it's actually transparent. So then all you do is just save. Alright, then you can just minimize this. I was editing earlier. I did edit the diamond right before I made this. And so then open up your downloads, find the image, and so then this is the part that is crucial. Alright, you have to rename it, and you have to rename it the exact same thing that it was. Diamond. You have to rename it the exact same way. Now obviously I don't need that, but so, like over here, bow pulling 1, you edit this one, you have to rename it bow underscore pulling underscore 1, no caps, just like that. Make sure you know exactly what the name was, or it will not come through. It will come through as a default vanilla texture, because Minecraft does not recognize that. So you can't just save it and then move it straight over. It's not recognized by Minecraft. Now, if you don't want to go and like download a texture pack, you can always just go into your resource packs folder. I would, of course, well, I mean, I think you have to make a resource packs folder anyway to install one, to install your first resource packs. But so you can just make that, add a folder, and then you can go into that folder. So from there you can put in assets, and then from there Minecraft, and from there textures. Then you can put in, these, whatever you want, blocks, items, GUI, whatever. And then, so let's just say items. There you go. Like my pretty apple. Yeah, this is what my first pack was. But so then you can go into this and you can add your items like this. Just make sure you know exactly what to call them. And it should work. Now, if you want to go a little farther, you want to change the sound of some of your stuff, you're going to need a texture. You're going to need a resource pack. The difference between texture and resource is a texture pack will only change the textures of your items. A resource pack will actually change the sound. The Acidic Blitz pack it is a resource pack, but I used the Tiny Dark Blue FPS. And you can go to sounds, and there's dig, and this is what it sounds like for these. It'll sound different. Or you can go to, it's called random, it's actually these. So if you want to know what it sounds like for bow, you can click it, and so you're going to need something that you can edit your sound with. For me, I use the Video Pad by NCH software. I don't have the full version, but I don't actually use it that much, so you can play it. And that's what it sounds like, you can change that, or you can move it from here over into another one. That's what you want to do. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I would suggest highly that as you're editing this, go into Minecraft, go or take off all your texture packs, minimize Minecraft, go into the pack, edit a little bit, go into Minecraft, and then put that pack on. And then, if you change, say, the apple, go into your items, your food items, look at the apple, see if the texture changed. If it did, then just take the pack back off and keep editing. I say do that. That's what I do to make sure in case a mistake was made and it comes in as either a vanilla item or an untextured item. You know about it, so you can change it right there. You don't have to go too far. Or, you don't have to finish it, get into a server, and then find out that half your items and your textures and everything are vanilla or untextured. So that's what I'd recommend doing. Of course, there's other ways to do this. This is just the way I do it. It's very easy. But see, you're gonna need something that you can add that can add transparent backgrounds to your images, and something that you can obviously edit textures with. Now in LunaPic, you can also edit textures themselves, but it's harder. So yeah, that's just how I'd recommend doing it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about this, you can leave it in the comments, and I will do my best to get around to it and answer them as fast as I possibly can. And other than that, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.